Welcome to Subramani. I am an advocate of buy and hold, and I am an advocate of keep investing whenever you can, how much soever you can, and delay the withdrawal as much as possible. Don't withdraw just because it is 20 years, my 1 lakh has become 20 lakhs, so it's a good return, so therefore I am withdrawing. It sounds very stupid, but I see people who do it, right? People who just withdraw money because it's a long time back that they invested and it has grown, and now they should take it out and keep it in a bank fixed deposit or buy real estate or something like that. I don't know why people can't just let the money lie there, right? So 40 years my money has been lying in one stock, 50 years my money has been lying in one stock. In fact, my longest held stock is something which which is older than me. It's an inherited stock which is 5 years older than me, and it has given me good returns. The share is Hindalco. So when you hold on to a share for 50, 60, 70, 100 years, it just creates wealth, right? So what you are looking for is perhaps longevity of the company. So 10 years later, will people be using toothpaste, toothbrush, banking? Yes. Will they be using Facebook? I don't know. Will they be using Google? I don't know. Will there be an alternative to Google? I don't know, right? So all these things are I do not know kind of answers. But will people continue to brush their teeth? Will people continue to shampoo their hair? Will people continue to smoke? Will people continue to drink? Will people continue to fly? The answer is yes. All these things will continue to happen. Yeah, there may be some change, there may be smaller aircraft, there may be bigger aircrafts, or there may be more comfortable aircrafts. All those things can happen, but will there be some change that people will stop flying and things like that? Extremely doubtful, but I would think the probability is less. But technology is far more difficult to guess, right? So you cannot guess as to what will happen with technology, but you know that in the long run, yes, you will make money if you buy small, buy big, doesn't matter. Keep investing whenever you can, for however long you can, and don't withdraw just because you want to withdraw. Withdraw from a position of success. Yes, withdraw buying a gift for your family, withdraw doing charity, withdraw buying a bigger house, a bigger car, a bigger vacation, any of those things, but there has to be a reason why you withdraw. So since I am a buy and hold kind of a person, there is some guy who is a good historian who has read and commented on my blog, or rather commented on Twitter, saying you are old people who love this fairy tale of buy and hold. Actually, what makes sense is trading. Perfectly all right. If that works for you, if as a trader you make money, then it's fine. I look at data from SEBI, I look at data from SEC, and I hear that more than 95% of people lose money in trading. Maybe it is 99%. It was true a few years back, it was 98 or 99% of people were losing money. What gives them the guts to come back to the market? I have no clue, but they keep coming back to the market and losing more money. Is it good or bad? I don't know, but the people I meet who are traders somehow want me to believe that they are in the 5% which is always winning, right? They don't lose money. That's the impression that they try to create, and I've got to live with that, right? So it's not a question of what is right and what is wrong. The question is buy and hold, does it work for you? So when this person said, he's quoted from the American data saying if you had sold in 1962 and you had come back to the market in 1982, you wouldn't have missed it much because the market was flat, which is true. You can go and look at the American data. I think there's at least a 20-year period when the returns are zero from an appreciation point of view. But look at it this way. What were the alternatives that were available to you? Cash, bank deposits. Those would have been worse because of the inflation in the US. Remember, this includes the petrol fuel crisis, right? The Gulf countries increased the prices of fuel to a great extent, and people struggled with it. So during that period, you actually lost money in cash, fairly obvious because of inflation, and you lost money in debt because, again, because of inflation. Now imagine 20 years from now, there is zero return in Indian equity, okay? Technically, is it possible? Yes, of course it is possible. If you take point to point, definitely possible. Maybe on that day the market was bad or something like that, you chose the wrong days, whatever. But look at it this way. If you have a 20-year period where you have not earned anything in the market on the Sensex or on the Nifty, you understand that there is something called TRI, which is the total return index. So every month if you were investing, like you are a typical investor investing, you may not have got 0% return, you may have actually got a better return because you would have also accumulated units at the nadir, right? So the market went like this and then like came like this. So you would have been buying on the way down, you would have been buying on the way up. Your returns won't be as bad as it is made out to be, right? So if you don't have too much of an alternative, you say, okay, in bonds I will lose money, in cash of course I will lose money, there is no doubt. So since I don't have a choice, I will stick to equity. Not that you knew in 1962 that till 1982 the market is going nowhere, you're getting a 1% return or a 2% return, but remember, you are still accumulating units against the dividends that you would have receive. I mean, when all of that is keeping on getting invested, your return won't be zero. Your return is likely to be much higher than zero. It may not have been great because if the whole index was flat, but what happens if the index was not flat? It went down, came up, it went down, came up. You would have done your rupee cost averaging, the dollar cost averaging, whatever you wish to call it, and you would have invested all the dividends which came. All that would have perhaps put you in the 3-4% plus category rather than in the zero category. Now it is important to understand that SIP is not the greatest of tools. I believe that you should do an SIP and you should keep on putting money into that account whenever you have money. Like for example, if you are doing a 5,000 rupee SIP, you also have, suddenly you have 50,000 rupees coming from somewhere which you don't need, you can put that also into that same fund. So if you, my take is, if you do an SIP and if you do it for 20 years like how this boy has written, whoever he has written in, if you think that will work for you, it will work for you. The question is, what are the alternatives? Please consider the alternatives to equity while you are talking, saying, oh, equity didn't do well in this period. In that period, inflation may have been so high that your debt, you would have lost money, or in cash you would have definitely lost money, right? So you have to remember all these things while investing, and understand that investing is good fun, investing is great, everything is fine, but understand that maybe SIP and buy and hold are not great strategies. Maybe there are much better strategies, but the question is, are you capable of analyzing, reading, understanding and creating a portfolio? Because that has got many more skills. You have to know how much of a debt should be there, portfolio construction you should be aware of, all that is important. Whereas in trading, you just hear some tips from somewhere, and maybe you join a course, right? So you do some of those things to earn money. Inactively, if you have to earn money, I think it makes sense to do an SIP in a decent fund of your choice, maybe a balanced fund, and therefore I'm not suggesting any fund which is going to require active involvement. If you're not going to do active involvement, you're much better off. 20-year SIP in an index fund in a growth option will definitely counter, or rather remove the impact of time and improve the impact of compounding on your portfolio. Thank you.